Hey guys, welcome back to the Husband Academy. Welcome back to another lab video. And before we get started, let me just say this. If anybody can figure out a way to help people not look like they just got up when they just got up, you can make a lot of money. And yes, at some point I'm going to do my hair. You're not going to believe what happened. You know how a couple of days ago I sent out that video about how I was thinking about changing the Husband Academy a little bit, and I had made a video about it, and I was going to ask for your input, and then overnight somehow something happened with the input. It never happened before, it just shut down. And when I got up in the morning and discovered that, how I had this little question mark in my heart, was that God? Was that God saying, don't go there? And I ended up saying yes. That's what God was saying, and so I shut it down. Then I made a video about telling you about how I heard God's voice, right? Well, you're not going to believe what happened. This morning I'm up wrestling with the exact same thing. The exact same place in the conversation in my mind. I'm wrestling with the exact same thing, and all of a sudden I get a text from a friend of mine. Said, hey, will you come over and give me a bid for remodeling 2 of my bathrooms? Now, as many of you know, I have started a home repair, home remodel business, Jet Home Improvement. .info is where you can go. JetHomeImprovement.info, another commercial. And it's just getting off the ground, and it's actually doing really well. I'm getting decently busy. And so when I get this text this morning about a friend of mine who wants a couple of bathrooms remodeled, which is decently extensive. I know it's bathrooms. It's not going to be a one-day deal. It's going to make me pretty busy. I heard God saying, Roger, focus on your home improvement business. Let this go. And because this has happened twice in a row, in my mind, that's God saying, let it go for good. Don't even worry about it. Don't spend time thinking about it. Spend your time thinking about something else. Just focus on the business. Focus on your family, someplace else. Don't reshape the Husband Academy right now. It reminds me, number one, how important it is to hear God's voice in this process of just life. Because I got to be honest with you, now that I know that's what God's saying, and I've let it go, it feels good. It's just this weight. I can just let it go. Focus on this one area. And it also reminds me that back when I was 40 and I had that beginning conversation with God where I said, I'm done pretending this whole thing works. I'll do anything you say, but you have to tell me. The first thing he taught me in that whole process that led to the whole heart issue, the first 5 years together, him and I, you know what I learned to do? Hear the voice of God. Between the ages of 40 and 45, that's really all we did. I mean, we learned to communicate. I learned to listen. I learned to hear his voice. I learned to say yes. I learned about that little check in your spirit. He spent 5 years on that before he took me into my heart issues. And I understand why now. Because I would want to quit 1,000, 1,000,000, 10 million times. And I would need to hear his voice clearly saying, no, come on. This is the right way. Go here, do that. Go see this person. Think about this. Revisit this injury. So I just want to reemphasize what I said 2 days ago. Hearing the voice of God is huge. He wants to be involved in this whole heart process. And I promise the next video will be about healing the heart again. But this idea of hearing the voice of God is huge. It's huge. As Julia Roberts said in Pretty Woman, huge. See you guys. Have a great day, will you? Take care.